following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Jimmy, this is MC Alfred and Ozzy Star. I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.
Hello. Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's our Thanksgiving show. We're ready to rock and roll. Before we get started, let's say hi to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
So ready for Thanksgiving. Everybody out there, I hope you have a turkey. You know, usually our turkeys cost like $12 to $14. This year it doubled. We paid $30 for what, 12 pound?
13 pound turkey.
13-pound turkey.
Usually it's 99 cents a pound. Now It's like $2 a pound.
$2 a pound for turkey. Is it going to ever stop, or is this it? Now, if this is it and we have to pay all these high prices, then I think our salaries should go up and I think we should earn more money. So it's all retro. You know, it's all the same. Not retro. What's the word I'm looking for? The same.
Yeah, so it's all the same.
I can't think. I'm very tired. I'm working hard, decorating the house, cleaning the house. We put up the Christmas tree. Working in the garden, trying to get my house looking decent so I can have some friends over for Christmas.
Try to smile real quick because I think B will probably want to take a picture of us. So smile. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going to have a really fun show for you today.
And thank you, B. Claudia, for what you wrote on Facebook. That was beyond generous and beyond kind and beyond wonderful. And I thank you so much for it and for what you think of Jimmy and I. We have somebody running around Hollywood saying that to everyone that Jimmy and I don't like them. This person is a troublemaker. This person is a little nuts. We know that. This person has a history of mental illness. This person takes medical meds to be balanced. Obviously, the meds are not going to this person. It has to stop because it is detrimental to who we are and our friends. We don't want people to dislike us unjustly because a moron has a bone to pick with us. Anyway, I don't want to even get into it anymore because it's so stupid. It doesn't even value the conversation. But B. Claudia came to our defense, as did many of our friends, saying that this person really needs help and that so wrong. If Jimmy and I don't like you, we don't say anything bad. We never talk bad about you. We simply just don't talk about you at all. You don't exist. Well, that's how we do it.
That's right.
Rather than, I was brought up, I have nothing nice to say nothing at all. And there are people out there now who we have had some issues with that weren't quite honest or on the level with their friendship with us. So now I just don't mention them anymore. And if I see them, I walk right by them. That's how we do it.
Anyway,
but if we don't like someone, they know
happy.
It. And everybody out there, we love our Hollywood friends. Are you kidding? We wouldn't go to the red carpets if we didn't want to be and see everybody. What, you think I'd go for the movie? I could see the movie in my media room here behind me. What's better than that? It's like a theater. But I go, and Jimmy goes to socialize with all our Hollywood friends.
So we want to say hi. B. Claudia's in the chat room, and Dawn's in the chat room. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you again, B.
We actually have a great show. We have a great show, you guys, today. We have Nigel Carr coming on. He's the partner and interviews editor for Louder Than War magazine. He was on our show, I don't know, many years ago when we were in Pennsylvania, and he's very cool. And then we have Joanne Heckman coming on, who's also known as Gene Heathen and also known as Ziggy. She's an actress, and if you guys remember, Paul Gunn was on a couple weeks ago, and she was in the background, and so now she's coming to the foreground, and she's going to be on the show. We saw her this weekend when we went to the Night of the Tommyknockers premiere in L.A. in Beverly Hills. It was so great to see Richard Grieco again, and Tom Sizemore, and B.J. Mezek, and Sherry Davis.
Oh, Sherry Davis. I got to tell you about Sherry Davis. Sherry Davis is a scene in the movie where she's a prostitute in old cowboy town. She's a hooker, and she's having sex with this cowboy. Now the cameraman did it in such a way that you think you're banging Sherry. I thought it was the most outrageous thing in the world. So I'm telling all you young guys out there who are fantasizing about banging Sherry Davis, which you all are, go see this movie and you'll be in the driver's seat. And it was fabulous the way it was done. Sherry, of course, I thought might be upset by my saying it, but she wasn't at all. She found it a lot of fun also.
No, it's a very...
The movie was good.
Good movie, and it was Sonny and Michael Mahal from the Mahal Brothers Empire. It was a lot of fun. Joseph Kelly's in it. We saw Dave Bailey there. Everybody was there.
But about the film, I'm a critic. The film was well shot. Steady camera, good lighting, excellent sound. The acting was great by the actors. Of course, there were some people in it that paid to be in the film, which is something they do nowadays, instant movie actor. Their performances, we could see, were kind of cheesy. But Richard Grieco played it wonderfully. He played it so mean, so evil, so rotten, and he never said a mean word. He never did a mean thing. He simply smoked a cigarette and looked at you, and his eyes told the whole story. These wise guy cowboys, think they're going to go into this gold mine and steal all the gold that the Tommyknockers store in the gold mine, in the cave. So they go in to steal the gold. Now the Tommyknockers get really pissed off. So guess what? They begin to eat the town.
And they look great. It's
a good movie. I so enjoyed it. And I know you guys will also.
And it comes out on the 25th.
I'm not finished yet, Big Mouth. On Thanksgiving Eve, you're going to make me be mean and rotten and nasty.
No, the movie comes
out. Can I put my fist
in
your mouth?
25th. No, it comes out on the 25th.
You know what? When the dog was kissing me and licking me, I thought to myself, I wish Jimmy kissed me the same way the dog does. Anyway, if Big Trap will keep it shut for a minute. Now you made me lose my train of thought. Oh,
here, lean backwards a little.
Wait. Why, we do another picture?
Yeah, she said we were leaning too far forward.
That fucking cackle. You sound like Halloween.
Okay, go.
Anyway, again, I forgot. Why do you do this?
You said the movie, something about the movie.
Oh, yes. Harley Wallen, as well as the twins, are now putting stories that are interesting in their films. Years back, it was only stupidity. It was constant chopping, killing, no story, just killing, chopping, blood, guts, eyeball, tits, everything flying off. And it was quite a bore. Now, horror movies are taking a turn for the better. They're giving us a story. So we're interested in what happened to these people when they get chopped up with their eyeballs, their dicks, and their tits, and their armpits flying all over.
The special effects were good too, right? You enjoyed the Tommyknockers.
I love the special effects. I thought they're the best I've seen in a very long time. Of course, some of these movies have crappy special effects. But this guy is a very well-known, Emmy-winning, I think Oscar-nominated.
No,
he wasn't Oscar-nominated?
You're thinking of a different one.
The Vincent guy didn't do it?
No.
His last name is Vincent, I think. Anyway, whoever the guy.
He's just a very well-known special effects guy, but he's not Emmy-winning, and
I like his work. I think I'm going to ask him to do my movie. What's my movie called?
Gift of Magic.
No, not The Gift. The Curse.
Curse
of Magic. Oh, my demented or what? I tell you, I need a shrink. I need drugs. I need alcohol. I need prostitutes. I need gambling because I'm quite dull. I don't do any of that.
So B. Claudia said you look like you lost weight.
I did lose weight. I've lost 14 pounds and I feel sensational. I've stopped eating sugar. Also, added sugar and alcohol sugar, not meaning drinking, meaning the alcohol sugar they put in all the food to make it taste good. It's really a sin to add up the amount of sugar one eats in a day. You can eat sometimes 2 pounds of sugar in a couple of days. Your liver cannot handle it. Your blood sugar goes crazy. You get crazy. You lose your memory. And also, I find I'm far more alert now, and I'm remembering my lines for movies better. So there is a tremendous, tremendous difference by not eating sugar or processed foods. I eat healthy, and it's not bad. I'm getting used to it. My favorite now are asparagus omelets. Did you ever, in France, when I was in Paris, that's all I ever ate were asparagus omelets, which I adore. And they're delicious, and I know you will love them too. And they're healthy. I eat lots of broccoli. I eat lots of vegetables. I eat tons of salad. And I have energy, and I feel clear. My vision is better. I don't pee 50 times a night. Now I only pee twice. So please, everybody out there, try it. Go sugar-free and junk food free for 2 weeks, and let me know how you feel.
There you go. So
even Jimmy's on it. But yes, I have lost weight, and it was an easy way to lose weight.
there you go. Eileen also has joined us.
Eileen.
She's watching. She's texting. She's not in the chat room. And Stefan just joined us.
Hi, Stefan. Well, I'll talk to Eileen. Eileen, do the sugar-free diet and the no carbs. You'll be a skinny balink. But the only thing is, you may be down to a 32A bra. And then, what fun would you be with a 32A bra?
It says it's easy to tell that you lost weight, so that's good.
We like the size of the bra you have now. What is your bra, honey? 48
She says, okay, Ron.
Or 48GGFXT? What is it? What did she say?
She says it's hard to get in the chat room. I don't know why.
It's hard for you to get in? I heard it's very easy to get in. Oops.
Don't be a pig.
I'm not a pig. You got a filthy mind, Jimmy Star. You always take everything so dirty.
Anyway.
I'm trying to get Eileen in the chat room.
All right. She said you talked about all this shit last week. Move forward.
Who said that?
Eileen.
Eileen.
It's a repeat.
2 words, Eileen. It ain't Merry Christmas. It ain't Happy Thanksgiving. It's more like fuck you.
Yeah.
Said with a great deal of love.
So everybody, you can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, Amazon Prime, and SoundCloud. Those are our major outlets that you. We want to. I don't know what happened to us. There we go. We're back. It looks like our first.
If I don't know my way, then I'ma find it. I always speak the truth, I'm never silent. Never going down, I keep on rising. Till I make it to the top, I keep on climbing. You already know, yeah. Always moving fast, we never slow, yeah. up with the program. It's funny how I did this shit with no plan, and now I'm going crazy. I feel bad for anybody that betrays me. I put in work for those who couldn't cause they're lazy. One of a kind, so you should know you can't replace me. I gotta keep my focus, gotta strategize. I'm shooting for the stars, I'm looking past the skies. Been reading all these books, I'm like a mastermind. I'm hoping that I make it to the afterlife. This music about to be my day shift. Don't do no hating cause we all interrelated. I started all this from the bottom like a basement, and there's no saying how far I'm about to take it. Yeah, let's go, we in flex mode. Before I finish one, I'm looking at my next goal. I already been shining, I don't need my neck gold. This life full of attachments and you gotta let go. Striving, if I don't know my way then I'ma find it. I always speak the truth, I'm never silent. Never going down, I keep on rising. Till I make it to the top, I keep on climbing. You already know, yeah. Always moving fast, we never slow, yeah. Boy, you better catch up with the program. It's funny how I did this shit with no plan.
I mean everything I say and I say everything I mean. Promises are promise and my promises I keep. I told everybody I'ma always strive to strive. I told everybody I'ma live until I pass away, but we can't actually pass away. There's something about my energy that they can never take away. I know this cause I'm tapped in. Consciously spitting, they call it rapping. Yeah, we striving and rising, this life is perfect timing. I see people showing envy, but I never mind it. I see shawty cold digging when she should be mining. Mining for awareness, that's not what they finding. I know what you looking for, it's calling escape. Gotta learn to take your time, this ain't minute made. Been at it for years, I've been steady driving. Put myself in gear, look at me striving.
Striving, if I don't know my way then I'ma find it. I always speak the truth, I'm never silent. Never going down, I keep on rising. Till I make it to the top, I keep on climbing. You already know, yeah. Always moving fast, we never slow, yeah. Boy, you better catch up with the program. It's funny how I did this shit with no plan.
Yay, we're back. Hey, everybody, we're back. I don't know what happened, so I apologize. I'm hardwired, and I have all my bars, and I don't know why I don't have internet. But anyway, hopefully we can bring back our guest now that we're back.
Why is our lighting changing? Something's weird here. Do you think our house is haunted?
No, it's not haunted. Nigel, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
We're doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. It's great to see you. You're looking so well, Ron.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how
you've
long.
lost weight.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He said you look like you've lost weight.
I have lost weight, and I feel good, and I look better. Everybody should lose weight. Weight, you know, my doctor said to me, for every 10 pounds you lose, you live 10 years longer. So if you're overweight by 10 pounds, you're 10 years shorter of living. And I believe that because I know so many people who are morbidly obese and they have all sorts of medical problems. And in one case, this gal lost about 80 or 90 pounds and all of the problems went away. How do you do on eating? How are you? Are you healthy or junk food?
I'm very healthy, but I have not an eating disorder, but I have a little trick on how I keep slim. And I am allergic to egg, allergic to cheese, and I'm gluten-free. And I swim a mile every 2 days, and that sorts me out because I can't eat anything that's sort of heavy in fat. I don't like butter, so I use spread, and I do exercise, and that's what keeps me slim. You know, that's my recipe.
We have a friend of ours, Johnny Peretti, and he said that how he stays thin is he has sex all the time. And he calls it the sex diet.
So hang on,
Yeah,
we got
that's also a good one.
So how long ago? Wait, well, first let me do a proper introduction. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Nigel Carr, partner and interview editor at Louder Than War magazine, the 10th biggest pop culture magazine in the world.
It is.
And now, like artist and writer and songwriter, which we're going to talk about in a
No.
minute, but we want to welcome you to the show. And you remember, Ron, how long ago was it that we had you on the show? We lived
Do you
in
know what? I think it's 4 years. I think it must be 4 years. It may even be 5 years.
Got to be 5 because we've lived here for almost 5, and I know that you was
Yeah.
we were in Pennsylvania
Well,
when
When
you
I
were
was
on.
in the house,
I
and now
think
I'm in the shed. So
Yeah,
I think when you were on 5 years ago, I had just celebrated my 25th birthday.
that's the one. That's definitely the one.
Now
Yeah,
I'm 30.
absolutely
I'm
one.
30
Yeah.
now, so it had to be 5 years ago.
I think it's
So how
5 years
you
ago.
been? Anything romantic going on you want to tell me about?
Oh, well, I've been married to my wife for so many years now. We got
That
married.
doesn't mean
in,
anything. I asked you about how many romantic.
I couldn't
I
say
wasn't
that.
asking about your wife.
Well, we still have the romance after years, you know. So
Good for you.
it's nice. It's
how
nice.
many years? How many years?
Well, shall I tell you, Ron? We got sorry, Jimmy. We got married in 1979.
Oh
A
my
long,
God.
long time ago.
That's
Yeah, I was a young
43 years.
Yeah, and I've got 8 grandchildren now. So
Dude, you don't even look 43. Fuck.
thank you.
And you think that's a long time? I married my wife, who was a woman, a real woman.
Yeah,
You have to specify that now. You know, she was born a woman,
yeah.
and we got married in 1967.
Wow, the
So
summer of
had,
love.
had she not died, I would still be married. I would be married. How many years, Jim?
What year?
1967. I got married.
55.
Yeah, 55.
So I would be married 55 years. How could
Yeah.
that be when I'm 30? So the math doesn't work.
Exactly. So yeah, I feel I've been married for a very, very long time, but we still love each other, so that's cool.
It's a good feeling, that feeling of being married for a long time. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice security, and you know, yeah, we've always lived together, and yeah, we've got 4 beautiful kids and 8 beautiful grandchildren. So
Good.
you know, they're all growing up rapidly. You know,
Are you making a lot of money?
I'm doing okay. Thanks very much.
Well, if you were here in this country, in America, you'd have to have a lot of money in order to buy a turkey.
Yes, this is true. Well, it's turkey time for you guys now, isn't it?
That's right,
Thanksgiving
tomorrow.
just started. Is that
Well,
right?
Can you
Yeah.
believe that turkey is $2 a pound cheap, and some people are paying $3.50 a pound for a special
Wow.
bread turkey? You know, what is it? Food junk-free turkeys. A turkey
Yeah.
can cost you $60 or $70. I remember when the world was normal, when our country was normal anyway.
Yeah.
You could get a turkey for like $11, $12. A
Yeah.
beautiful big 17,
Yeah.
18-pound turkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it going crazy in England as well as here?
It's absolutely the same. Everything's really, really expensive. Food inflation in some places is like 20-25%. And overall inflation's like over 11%. So everything's gone skyward, you know. Price
Can't
of
be
fuel,
because-
as you know, petrol.
The last time I was in London, I mean, my daughter and I had eggs and bangers and eggs. And I think it was like $21 equivalent. This
Yeah.
is back a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
What is it today for eggs and bangers per person?
You probably, if you're in London, you could be talking 15 or 20 pounds for a decent breakfast. But, you know, there are plenty of cafes where you can go, you know, under 10 pounds, 12 pounds, something like that.
Hang on,
So how much would bacon and eggs be?
Well, I don't eat eggs, you see, so I never order them. So I couldn't tell you.
So Dave, Dave Stars Now UK, who's in the UK, says a half a crown of turkey is about 20 pounds, which is around $25, which I don't know what a half a crown of turkey is.
Well, a crown, they take the breasts off the turkey,
Uh-huh.
and that's the crown. So they just take the top off it and cut the rest away, and that's what they call a turkey crown.
Well, that's that's
we call
expensive.
it the breast of turkey.
Yeah, so yeah,
And
similar thing.
how much is a breast of turkey?
If you just buy breasts, they could be anything from, I don't know, £3 or £4 a pound. I think something like that. But, you know, you get a 25-pound turkey and it's £3, it's £75, £80. It's quite normal to go into Marks and Spencer's and buy a full turkey for £85. It's a lot of
Yes,
money.
I love Marks and Spencer.
But you guys are lucky.
Also, B. Claudia is in the chat room, and she says it was January 17th, 2018 that we had you on.
Oh, was it?
Unbelievable.
Was
She's
it?
like a freaking encyclopedia.
She is amazing.
Well, it's 5 years in January.
Yeah, so say hi to B. Claudia. Actually, say hi to everybody in
Hi.
the chat room, and then say
Right.
hi to B.
Hi
Claudia.
to everybody. Yeah.
Hey, Claudia, how much is turkey a pound in Germany?
I don't know, but she says her mom used to pay 64 euros for gas, and now it's 170 to fill up her car.
That's,
You know, if
that's
you go
almost
to a gas station in the UK now, they stop at £100, and a typical car will cost about £130 to fill up, but they won't give you more than £100 worth. So you
Oh,
can't
wow.
actually, in many
can't actually
gas
fill it up.
stations, you can't fill your car up.
Jimmy's got a very large Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
$120 to fill it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's they're saying there's like 150 to 180.
More.
I know
It's more
that.
like 150.
I know that, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's a shocker for us in this country because gasoline used to be $2.29.
Well, I
Now
remember
we're
when it
paying
went
almost
over $1,
$7.
everybody went crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's crazy.
I
Now we're
remember when it
paying
went
almost
over
$7.
$1. Yeah.
All right, so let's go into other things. Let's get
And-
out of how much it costs
Right,
to
no,
live.
no. And my Audi is a little baby. You know, it's an Audi sport car, a little thing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah. I've
cost
seen
me
it.
$108 to fill up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane. So that's why I've become a bank robber, and I'm robbing banks every other day. I do.
Better watch out. Somebody's listening will probably think you're serious, and they'll be
Let
knocking
them
on our
So you should be
door.
wearing a mask, Ron, just in case so
Oh.
people won't recognize you.
Yeah.
Well, no, I tried selling my body. I stood on the corner of 3rd Avenue and 59th Street. I said, $5. People just
Were
kept
you wearing your Jane Russell outfit?
What?
Were
Wear
you
your Jane
wearing your
Russell
Jane Russell
Oh,
outfit?
you know what? I'll get all those guys that dig chicks with dicks. You're right. Well, the freakos will get me. I could probably afford to put gas in my car then. Yeah, a happy hooker.
So you guys, so Nigel is the editor, interviews editor, and he's a partner
Of a
in Louder
great,
Than
great
More,
magazine.
a great magazine. But
Yeah.
and he
Not bigger.
interviews all kinds of great musician people. And
He's very shy about it. Look at his face; it turned red. I'm gonna smack him because you know you
It's 'cause
work
I'm
hard.
laughing so much and it's warm.
No, you work so hard to get where you are. Take the
Yeah.
Bravos, God damn it! Take the Bravos.
oh wait, I forgot. Before we do any talk about the song, because we actually got the video and we're gonna play it so everybody can
Oh,
see
fabulous.
it.
Yeah.
But you got to say hi to Eileen because I know she was in the chat room. I don't know if she still is.
Hi,
So say
Eileen.
Eileen.
We
And,
we FaceTimed it the other day, so we've spoken recently. So it was
Okay,
great
that's
to see
good.
you.
Diane just joined us. Hey, Diane, what's up? Love you. All right, so so you have a new song, and you're the actual writer. You wrote the song.
Do you know what? It's the weirdest thing because you know me for running Louder Than War with John Robb and interviewing people. I interviewed John Lydon and Toyah and Sean Ryder and some other sort of British luminaries. You know John Lydon from the Sex Pistols.
Yes.
It was a huge interview for me because he was my hero when I was a kid growing up. You know, Sex Pistols and punk rock music, and obviously Toyah was part of that as well. So to get those guys to interview was quite phenomenal. And John was absolutely lovely. You know, he can be a very aggressive, very abrasive character, but to get him on Zoom talking to me and looking at the artwork in my office and commenting and everything was surreal. You know, it's very, very strange. I know you do it every day, you know, but I arrange a lot of quite big interviews for people, you know, who work for the Louder Than War network. There are 100 people now contributing to the Louder Than War network.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
From Eileen over there, we've got Audrey in Boston, Massachusetts, and we've got a guy in Russia called Dom Volovov. So we span the globe in terms of people contributing. And I'm just arranging interviews right now for the guys from Def Leppard, you know, the big band.
We had the drummer on.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
we had the drummer on.
the guy with one arm. I can't
One
remember.
arm,
his name. So I arrange a lot of interviews, but I do some of the big ones myself as well, and I've really enjoyed doing it. And Louder Than War is growing like crazy now, so it's great to see. You know, we have our own radio station now.
I wrote down on here that you're the. Let's see, what did I write down? I wrote that you're the presenter and the station manager on Louder Than War Radio.
Set it up. I was working. Well, I was doing a show on local radio here in a place called Altrincham, and they fired me because I wanted them not to they were being political. So they were interviewing the Labour Party, the Conservative Party in England. And I said, well, why aren't you interviewing Labour and the Green Party? And they phoned me up and fired me after 83 free shows that I did for them. So I set up my own radio station, our own radio station, under the Louder Than War umbrella. And now we have 13 presenters. And Audrey in Boston, who took over the running of it last week, because I got too busy because me and John are working on other things, you know.
So they wrote in the chat room, Rick Allen. That's Def Leppard, the guy. The drummer's name
that's
was
right.
Rick Allen.
Yeah.
When they fired you, did they give you severance pay?
No, he did it for free.
I was doing it for free, but they didn't.
Wait, back it up. How can you get fired if you do something for free?
Exactly.
I mean, that is so fucked up.
You can in England. You can in England. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What are these people on drugs or stupid or born brain dead? I mean,
stupid.
Who are these idiots?
Mostly stupid. He said.
Well, who are they? Who are they?
Stephen Carlton Woods.
Let's out them. Let's out them.
Stephen Carlton Woods. He's the main protagonist.
There you go, Stephen. Fuck you.
Yeah. And you got this wonderful talent for free, and you have the audacity to fucking fire him.
Exactly.
You know,
I was outraged. Absolutely outraged. But I've still got some friends there. You know, Rod Maxwell. He's still a friend of mine, and we have a beer occasionally. I didn't fall out with all of them. I just got fired by the management team. But you know what? It's the best thing that can happen, because I went off and set up our own radio station.
That's right, which is way cooler.
We don't need him. It's cool. It's super cool.
When I was a very young fellow, I quit school at 16 years old to be an actor because I didn't think mathematics would ever work in my life. So I did odd jobs. I must have been fired more times than anybody I ever know, because I worked once in a supermarket and I didn't know how to give change because I can't add. And then I once worked in a bra factory as a bookkeeper, and they fired me 2 hours after I was there because I couldn't add. And I just continued getting these.
He's not good with money, giving change. Plus, he doesn't like to touch it.
No, I never touched money. And I kept saying, I got to get a role in a movie. And then it happened. And I got a role in a movie with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter. So it was all, and I didn't get fired. But it was all worth it. So, out there. And
it's the only time I've ever been fired in my life. Wait a
second. Let me complete my thought. It's interesting.
Sorry, yeah.
No. You chose to do what you're doing above becoming a bank president or a CEO of a toy factory.
This is true.
And you do it well. So I'm going to encourage people out there. An education that is taught to everyone may not be the education that you need in this world.
Yeah.
Do what your heart tells you to do. Yeah. Learn it the best and become as successful as this guy that just got fired.
Yeah. But also be courteous.
Go for what you want. I believe in that.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
I went to a grammar school in England, and there was two things that they taught me. One was numeracy, which is interesting. So I worked in my parents' greengrocer's shop, so I could add up really, really well, and that put me in good stead. And the second thing that it taught me was courtesy, and so you always be polite to people. And
that's not like that anymore, though. Now the customer's not always. When I grew up, the customer was always right. Now they tell the customer to go fuck themselves.
Oh yeah, I'm finding that too. Yeah, but not in my industry.
One of my cheesy jobs, I was 17 years old. I worked in Bloomingdale's in the men's department, and a woman came in to buy a shirt. She had me crazy looking at all the shirts. So when I got down to the bottom shirt, I simply said out loud to myself, "Lady, give me a break, buy a shirt." Well, she was a store shopper. I didn't know it, and they fired me. For saying that, because if a customer would have heard that, they would have been offended.
But you learned. You only did it once.
What?
You only did it once. You learned.
I was.
They didn't give him a second chance.
I was used. My grandmother used to make lunch for me, and I'd say, "Nani, how come you're making lunch for me? I'm going to work." She said, "You'll be home."
Brilliant.
In 2 hours.
She knew you too well.
So let's. I want to go to your. Okay, so you work for the greatest music pop culture publication ever, But
We
then
think it is.
you
Yeah.
had a dream.
Oh,
You
this
woke
is
up.
crazy. Honestly, Jimmy, it's mental. I was watching the World Cup 4 years ago, and England had just played one match, and I was all euphoric, and I thought, oh, this is great. And then I went to sleep that night, and I woke up with a tune in my head, and it kept whizzing round this. You better believe it. Oh, you better be. So I'd got this chorus running around my head. And very unusually, I still remembered it when I woke up, and I ran downstairs and I grabbed my guitar and I wrote the tune in about 20 minutes. I wrote the song and all the lyrics and everything else. And at that stage, it included every member of the England football team, which was crazy because there were about 22 people in the song. And then,
Where does it come from?
Sorry?
Where does it come from?
Comes
When
from
you-
above somehow.
Seriously, how do you even get it? Where do you hang on to it?
This
to
is his
grab it?
first one.
No, I'm just talking.
I don't know. I have dreamt songs before, but sitting down and actually being able to write them and write what I consider to be, or rather my friends consider to be, a really great melody, and it kind of zings, it zings along. Where does it come from? It comes from the sky. It comes from your conscience. It comes from inside there somewhere, and then you wake up with it and you can't get rid of it. And so you have to get it out. So you just end up playing it.
Do you think possibly you're a reincarnation of a great musician years ago?
Maybe. Maybe, but I don't know which one.
I believe that. There was a 6-year-old boy who never took a piano lesson and played Chopin on the piano. And nobody understood how this kid could do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I've managed to get to this young age of. And,
you don't think that maybe somebody's channeling through you? Do you believe in that?
Do you know what? That's what it feels like, because I've written another song recently, a love song, and it feels the same way. It's almost as if there's a clarity of thought that it transcends normal thought processes, because we all know we're all very, very busy, and we sit at home or we do our jobs, and I'm sure you guys as well. Your brain's very cluttered, and when you lie in bed in the morning, you'll wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock. Your mind is incredibly clear because you're not having to do anything physically or mentally or anything like that. And I've found that recently that my mind is so clear that when I get the song in my head, I can almost write it in my mind before I get up and start moving around. And I might just sing it into my phone or something to save the melody or 1 or 2 words. But I've found an incredible clarity of thought as I've got older. And maybe because I'm not as responsible, because the kids are mostly left home and the grandkids, of course, are all being looked after. And so maybe because you've got less stress in your life, maybe your brain's just more open to receiving whatever is being sent to you and then interpreting it. I can't describe it, but I've heard it from other people. Paul McCartney wrote yesterday the same way. He dreamt it and called it Scrambled Eggs.
So wait, let's tell him. Okay, so the name of the song is "Come On England, You Better Believe It." But then you made a group, and your super group is called My Beating Heart.
My Beating Heart. Yeah, so that's another thing. So I dreamt the song 4 years ago, put it in a drawer, put it on YouTube, left it alone. A friend of mine, Mike Bennett, who's a really celebrated producer. He's worked with Fuzzbox, Fat White Family, The Fall, Wishbone Ash, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, The Specials, Ian Brown, Toyah, loads and loads of influential people in the UK and on the world stage. And he said, Nigel, you've got to turn this into a bona fide song. I've got some friends. And I went, okay, so who's the first? Well, I know Jay Stapley, and Jay Stapley plays in Roger Waters' band, Roger Waters' Bleeding Hearts band, the Tubular Bells, which he's touring now. He was in Suede originally.
I used to love Suede.
He's just the most incredible guitarist. I'm like, really? Okay. And who else? Well, we've got Craig Gannon from the Smiths. Oh, okay then. And
I love this.
And we got Funky Si from The Fall, and to top it all off, we had some local people as well. Dave Gleave, Melanie Williams, who sings with Hacienda Classical. She had a hit with Sub Sub, and then the icing on the cake is that we got the third Pet Shop Boy, Pete Gledel, who was on tour in LA, where you are, He was on tour in LA, and then he was flying to Seattle to do a show with New Order and the Pet Shop Boys. And he sent me the final mix on the morning he was playing the show in Seattle of the football record, Come on England, You Better Believe It. And all of that has kind of combined into this serendipitous situation where all these people fell into place under the guidance of Mike Bennett, genius maverick record producer. I produced the kids that you see in the video. So we got a local school, Chorlton High School.
I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. Chorlton. Okay. Chorlton High School.
Chorlton. That's just outside of Manchester. And they learnt it in their music lesson. It was incredible. And then we went up to the school and there was an engineer there and a recording studio in the school. So we recorded them in the school. We videoed it. And then we kind of put it all together. And it's taken 9 months to develop it, to bring the ideas to fruition, to get the children on top. Do you know the story of Another Brick in the Wall, Jimmy?
I don't remember. I mean, I do and I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, they had this great album, The Wall, of course. It came out in 1979.
Yes. Pink Floyd.
And they wanted to lift a single from it. And Pink Floyd were not known as a singles band. And the last hit they'd had was in 1967 with See Emily Play. So they'd not had a hit for 12 years. And Bob Ezrin was the producer. And Bob Ezrin produced Schools Out for Alice Cooper. And Bob Ezrin said, you take this bit, Another Brick in the Wall, you flip it, double the verse, double the vocal, and stick some children on it. I guarantee you'll have a hit. So
and they did.
Yeah, and they did. They got to number one. So it was number one. It was the Christmas number one in 1979. And so I said, we got to get some children on the record. The children were going to sound fantastic. So Melanie managed to get the children to sing on the record. And it was a hoot. It really was.
So basically, though, then you wrote this as like your anthem for England for FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, so I don't know if it's because I'm gay or just I don't watch soccer.
Oh, you're gay? I would have
like soccer. I mean, like the whole soccer thing. Like I know it's a big deal, and we have certain friends that are actually most of them are foreigners, though. They're like from another country, and they always watch soccer when it's like on.
I love soccer. My uncle was a very famous soccer player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was Paolo Giorgenti. In Genoa, he played for Genoa. Way back. Now, I want to tell you something. I wrote a song, seriously, when I was 10 years old, and Walt Disney stole it.
Whoa.
He did. Walt Disney, I'll sing it for you. Hi ho, I'm off to the burlesque show. I paid 2 bits to see 2 tits. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. And he stole it and he put it in Snow White, that son of a bitch. And I never got a nickel. I never got a dime, nothing. Have you ever been stolen? Has anybody ever stolen your music?
No, because I've not written enough. Who knows? It can happen.
That's right. It can happen. So let's play it for everybody. What I want you to do, Juan is our engineer, and he's got the video. So you introduce it, and then he's going to play it, and then we'll be back after everybody watches it.
Yeah, cool. So everybody, this is My Beating Heart, and Come on England, You Better Believe It.
Yay!
Wanted to come home this time for sure. We want more. The lines are all in play. The S's were the ones who showed the way. So let's play. Come on, Southgate, come on, King. Come on, let's win this beautiful game. Oh, nothing can stop us now. Oh, nothing can stop us now. You better believe it. Come on, England. bitch. They chased the game in 1966. We got our fix. In 50 years or more, we never even closely match the score. We need more. Come on, England, come on, England, come on, lads, let's win this beautiful game. Oh, nothing can stop us now. Oh, nothing can stop us now. You better believe it. Come on, England, come on, England, come on, lads, let's win this beautiful game. Oh, nothing can stop us now. Oh, nothing can stop us now. You better believe it. Come on, England, come on, England, come on, lads, let's win this beautiful game. Stop us
Hey, yay! Congratulations.
Well, if that song doesn't get them to win, nothing will.
Thank you
It's
so
a very
much.
happy up song and very, I like it.
It's
Are you
really,
playing
really
guitar?
uplifting.
Are you playing guitar in one of the scenes?
Well, I was, but I don't play guitar very, very well. And what I found is that you don't really have to be a wonderful guitarist to write a great melody. And as long
Right.
as you've got the melody, you can interpret it for other people to play better than you, then you don't have to be such an aficionado on the guitar. So I am there sitting, yes, just strumming the guitar just for effect.
Yeah, I
in
saw
the
it one
video.
time that I thought it was you at least.
Yeah,
so
but I
Dave
did-
Hughes,
I didn't
Dave
play
Hughes from the UK wrote, "All we hear in England is the remake from," I don't even know what this means, Bad
Adele
Ellen Skinner. Why have
Yeah.
I not heard this? And then he wants to know if I told him it just came out, right? It just came out.
It literally came out Friday, so
Friday,
we don't know
okay.
yet. So
I said yesterday.
yeah,
Well,
there's a couple of guys in England called Badil and Skinner, and they're two comedians, and they have released three lions on the chest. You know, the logo of the England football team. It's called Three Lions, and they've redone it. They've actually released it about 4 times now. But it's a bit cynical, and it's a great song. It's written by Ian Brody from the Lightning Seeds.
No, he loves this. Like they love it. They all asking if they can
Yeah.
share it, which I already said yes, they can.
Yeah,
So I'm sure
share
it's-
away. You just
Share
go
away,
through-
everybody. Share it all over the
Okay.
place.
Now,
everywhere.
when
It's on Spotify, Amazon, it's on iTunes, it's on Deezer, it's on all the platforms now under My Beating Heart. Come on,
My
England,
beating
you
heart,
believe
you
it.
guys.
well,
And
Look,
we've been
sorry.
sharing it everywhere, and we've got some CDs printed up to put on the website, mybeatingheartmusic.com. So everybody loves it, but it's a big push to get from creating what you think is special and getting it out there. You guys know it's so hard.
very
We've been
hard, very, very
We've
hard.
been on the Mike Sweeney show. We've been on the Times, the Times newspaper. We've been on their radio show, and we've been on quite a few places. But it's very difficult to get because there's a lot of people who are down on the World Cup because it's in Qatar and they have a thing about gay rights over there. But if we excluded every country, and I know it's very special to you guys, but if we excluded every country that didn't respect LGBT plus and gay rights, a third of the world have a ban on homosexuality. I don't know if you knew that. A third of the world,
terrible?
69 countries. It's outrageous, but it's real, and there's
Well, we
this
don't
big-
go to any of those countries.
no.
I have to tell you this. When I was
Yeah.
about 16 years old, I was in the airport waiting for a flight, and I had my guitar, and I was playing my guitar. And this man comes up to me and he said, "You really play a guitar well. Could you teach me how to play a guitar?" And I said, "Sure. What's your name?" And he said, "Elvis Presley."
This is true as the Hi Ho song.
So if it wasn't,
Yeah, the high-
if it wasn't for me, Elvis never would have been anything.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. By the
So-
way, we're playing the USA on Friday.
That's the one thing I can't do
Oh,
is
wait, you're
play a
playing-
musical instrument. And I love the piano. I wished I could play the piano. I would play it all the time.
Wait,
I've
I
played the
cannot.
guitar badly for since I was 14
I've never
years
played
old.
a guitar. I've never played it.
wait, what do you mean? So what do you mean you're playing Friday?
Yeah, so England play USA in our group stages on Friday, 6 p.m., 6:15 p.m.
This
UK
Friday
time.
coming up.
Yes, we play
Okay.
we play you guys. So
I
we're
hope
playing
you
the
win
US.
just because, like, I know you're so into it and everything. So, and I don't
Yeah.
really have any stake in it. So I hope you win.
He's going to win. if he thinks positive and thinks win, he will.
Yeah, we beat Iran 6-2, and we're playing Wales, I think, next week. But I think we're playing the USA on Friday. Yeah.
What
so
happens
you're
if
in
you
on-
lose, though? If you lose, do you still get to play Wales?
Well, we do because there are 4 teams in each preliminary group.
And you play all of them.
Yeah, you play the other 3, so there's 3
Okay.
games, and then the top one go to the quarterfinals, and
Got
then
it.
there's the semifinals. But that's how it works. So,
So did you play soccer as a kid? Oh, soccer.
Do you know
don't
what,
call it soccer,
Jimmy?
football.
Let me
Did
tell
play-
you this: we can call it soccer. That's okay.
No, they have soccer in England.
No, they call
I
it
was the
football.
worst.
Oh.
I was the worst football player ever. So when I was 12 years old, I was picked for the team in the first class of the first season being at school. The next week, there were 3 of us left. And then on the 3rd week, there was me and the fat kid. And then on the 4th week, the fat kid got picked before me. I was so bad.
I can't play either.
I
Can't
used to
see a
play- I
moving
used to
ball.
play football. I used to play football. And one time this guy got up from the bleachers and he comes over to me and he said, Ron, I wish I could play football like you. I said, listen, Joe Namath, in time you will.
Yeah, Joe Namath. I'm surprised you even know Joe Namath is.
Well, I remember
don't
him
know
from
that
wearing
name, but I'm
nylons.
sure
He used to wear nylons on a commercial.
Yeah.
Is that right? I was the same with cricket. I can't see a moving ball. Same with golf. Once the ball leaves me, it's out of sight. I can't see it. So I'm hopeless. So I was playing cricket.
I played soccer and I played baseball and I quit all of them to play tennis because I wasn't good with the team sport thing. And
Yeah.
and I was really good at tennis, so I played
And
tennis.
Jimmy's very good at any game that has to do with balls.
Yeah, I am.
I'm okay as long as they're slow moving.
Yeah, as long as they're slow moving. I like them attached. So who are some of the people like I mean everybody in the video looked great. Like right now, who are some of like your favorite like bands? Are there any popular UK bands that are out right now that you think, oh my god, I fucking like love these people?
Well, I went to see Deep Purple 2 weeks ago in the arena in Manchester, and you know what? I don't know if you're a fan of Deep Purple, but their album Made in Japan that came out in 1972 is one of the best live albums ever, and I loved them. They're not a young band, but I absolutely adored them, and they were so great. And Ian Gillan, he's 77 years old now, and he still sings with that shrill voice. You know, if you know anything
freaking
about
awesome.
Deep Purple, it's just incredible. But on the world stage, you know, some bands in England now like Yard Act, the Blinders are still a great band. Gilla Band from Dublin, they're incredible. The Slow Readers Club, they're a great band too. You know, England is cluttered with a lot of bands that are making a lot of noise in small venues. And you know my history, Ron and Jimmy. So you know that I spend a lot of time in clubs,
Right.
you know, the whole 50 or 100 people. And I love seeing some of these small bands. Document, another one that I absolutely adore. So Deja Vega, great band, you know. So
How
it's
often
not
do you
just-
go out? Like how often do you go out and do you take your wife with you?
No. Well, Lorraine sings in a choir. She doesn't really like the type of music that I like because I like, you know, pounding punk music or something like drill and bass like the Aphex Twins. So for me, it's got to be hard, like Prodigy, you know, it's got to really test the senses. And bands like Gilla Band and Thank, bands like that, they really kind of test you, you know, and to sit in a room with that full blast for
I
me,
used to hang out with the guys in Prodigy.
Oh, did
years,
you?
years ago, yeah, like many, like when I was like fucking young and dumb.
Yeah, well, Keith Flint died, of course, about 5 years ago. The lead singer, you know, who sang Firestarter. But there's Liam Howlett and Kermit, not Kermit.
There was all
as
kinds
well.
of like band. There was all kinds of bands from I don't know, from like when I was younger. Like we used to hang out at this club in Fort Lauderdale. And like Marilyn Manson was already there before he was Marilyn Manson.
I saw Marilyn Manson a couple of years ago when he broke his leg, and he wouldn't allow our photographer into the gig, and I had to review the gig, so he didn't get a very good review.
Yeah.
So
but we used to have like Marilyn Manson, and there was a band called Gods and Monsters and a band called Dead Star Assembly, Dead Star Assembly, and we used to hang out with them like all the time. They all shopped in my comic store back in the day, so that was
my
fun.
granddaughter's into My Chemical Romance now, and that's kind of, you know, she's 13 years old and she's loving, you know, Gerard Way.
Gerard Way.
Yeah,
I actually
Gerard
met
Way.
them too. I met them too.
Yeah. And she loves them, and those bands like Green Day and My Chemical Romance, they don't kind of go away, do they? They're eternally popular. They keep bouncing back.
I guess so. I haven't seen anything though. Like I haven't listened to My Chemical Romance in 15 years probably, but I remember because I have a picture of when I with Gerard Way, and I was wearing a T-shirt and it said, "Please don't feed the models."
Well, I was in England, and a group of kids came up to me and they said, "Ron, would you manage us?" And I listened to their music, and of course I didn't like their music, and I gave them good advice. I said, "You'll never be anything, trust me." And what's your group called? And they said, The Beatles.
Just so you know, too, Meg and Teresa. Hi, Meg and Teresa are in the chat room.
Meg, Teresa, you're in trouble with me because you don't answer your fucking phone, and I called you twice. And when I come to New York, I'm going to bitch smack you. That's my make-believe sister. We're friends since teenagers. We went to each other's weddings. We had our children together. She's my dearest and best friend in the world. My sister, Teresa. And Meg, of course, is my ex-lover. Her husband doesn't know it.
So also, I wrote on here, besides
not really, Meg.
How do people
wait, I got to clean that up. Meg is married to Alan, and Alan is a lung specialist at Ohio Hospital.
Oh.
So please, I never had sex with Meg. Let's clear that up.
So I have a question for you then, real quick. So first of all, how do people listen to Louder Than War Radio? Where do they go?
You just go on the Louder Than War website, and there's a tab that says radio, and you can literally hit that button, and then you can just listen to it live. It plays 24/7. Tonight we've got Audrey Golden's show. It starts at 11 p.m. She's like I said, from Boston, Massachusetts, and she's doing a show on women in music. So she's got all of the sort of popular women bands. I haven't been through the schedule, so I don't know what she's going to play. But the theme of her new show, and I think it's great, is women in music. She used to do a cinema show on Saturday afternoons. So she'd do things like John Carpenter and, the Batman films or something like that.
I love.
And play all of those tracks from movies. It used to be called the cinema show. But now she's doing this show tonight. Now, normally I would do a show at 9 o'clock and then she would do a show at 11 o'clock. But during the promo for the football record, I've suspended my show until January. So I'll be back in January doing my show every Wednesday night. So literally go to louderthanwar.com and hit radio. And
there you go, you guys. That's how you can hear it. I also wrote down, so you're a digital marketing consultant. You have your own company called Carousel Projects, and it says specializing in SEO and PPC. Okay, I don't know what PPC is. What is PPC?
Well, I still do. I think I was doing that 5 years ago when I last spoke to you. And basically, we look after websites. And so if you want to be number one for international PR, then I will make your site come up top of Google. That's what SEO is. I
know what SEO is, but what's PPC? Is it
PPC is pay-per-click? Yeah,
pay-per-click. Okay, yeah. SEO I know, but the pay-per-click I didn't know.
PPC sounds like a drug from the hippie days.
Yeah.
But Nigel, I have to say this in all sincerity and honesty. I'm happy that you're successful in making money and that you no longer have to sell your body.
Thank you very much. It was tough. It really was.
Selling your body can be a little rough on you after a bit of time.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't find that funny. Wait till I come to England and kick you around.
I did find it funny.
No, you didn't. I'm going to kick because you were afraid I exposed you now. Now everybody knows that you used to be a hustler. I used to see you in
Piccadilly Circus.
Piccadilly Circus.
Hanging out on
Circle.
Piccadilly Circus
I used to see you on the elephant naked.
with my fishnets on.
Yes.
My stilettos.
Nigel,
Yeah, you got me.
Nigel, you're the best. You're
Thanks
the best.
so much.
Also, B. Claudia also says that you can go and the radio station is on the App Store too.
It is. So we're on iOS and we're on Android apps and also on Alexa. So although I find it quite difficult calling any radio station on Alexa, but yeah, we've got downloadable apps. So they're free and you can just go to the App Store, search Louder Than War Radio and download them. And actually that's really good because you can see every track that's being played. Whereas if you go on like a website browser thing, it's difficult to see the tracks. So,
There you go.
So yeah, but yeah, it broadcasts all over the world. It's a fabulous show.
So you guys follow Nigel on Instagram. He's Nigel Carr UK, NIGEL CARR UK. That's his Instagram.
And most of all, buy his magazine. How does he get
No,
it?
you don't buy it. It's free. You watch, just read
Oh,
it.
your magazine is free?
Online.
What,
It's
let me
online.
wait. Stop the camera. Stop it all. Wait a second. Hold it. You worked for free and got fired.
Yeah.
And now that sensational magazine is free.
Well, it's free online. The website does earn some money. And, you know, we like to say to people, you know, it's free to read the magazine because it's an online magazine. It's like Rolling
You're out of
Stone.
your mind. It's a hit magazine. You can make a
It is.
fortune on it.
It is, but we did have a
Sell
physical magazine, but we stopped it during COVID. So we might bring back the physical magazine that we can sell in newsagents or 24/7s or whatever. But the website, obviously, it's free to go on and it earns some money from subscriptions and advertising and things like that. So we do pay our editors a little bit of money. That's how it survives.
Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're the #1 magazine in England of that sort of music, right?
We're the #1 for that type of music. Yeah. Well, I think
And you're
we're
not
fourth
selling
in-
it? You sold your ass. Now you're not selling your company.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
the trick is that the magazine is not the asset now. The users are the assets, you know, and that's how Facebook makes money. You know, we don't sell user data or anything like that, but we have quite a lot of subscribers. And so, you know, if we've got t-shirts, we sell Louder Than War t-shirts. So this is one of the Louder Than War t-shirts. So, and we sell tickets and we sell, you know, we've got a record label that John set up. And so there's a band on there called Those Fucking Snowflakes who we've released.
It's so cute.
Who we've released.
I love when you blush. I love when you turn
I
red.
know, I know.
I know you blush so easy.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's 'cause I'm
you know
being
what?
naughty.
When Jimmy and I are in London, we're going to ring you up.
I'm going to come down and see you. I'll take you out.
You're
for
coming to come to
dinner.
Palm Springs. The weather's gorgeous here now.
Love to.
75 and 80 in the day and 55 at night.
Just for anybody too who doesn't remember, so John Robb, he was talking about John Robb, and John Robb is from the Membranes, and he's been on our show at least twice before.
He's
you guys,
really great guy. He's
He's a
my
really-
partner in Louder Than War, and he's extremely altruistic. He likes people to do well around him. You know, he'll always give a time and a place for people. He's so nice. You know,
No,
such a
he's
nice guy.
fabulous.
Yeah,
I can
There's
remember
nothing
all.
negative to say about John. John is the reason that Louder Than War exists. I brought the financial stability to it about 3 or 4 years ago. I designed a new website and had the new website built, and I organize all the advertising and everything else and keep it afloat, really, because a few years ago it was in danger of, you know, just disappearing because, you know, there were too many problems. It wasn't making any money. The server costs, you know what it's like. You've got costs when you've got to maintain things.
Yes.
And so it's a very stable organization now. And we've got this lovely hierarchy of me and John and editors and sub-editors and all the writers and photographers. And it's a really wholesome organization where people feel fulfilled writing for us, you know. It's an
I love
outlet for people's creativity, and that's what we love.
No, I love it. All right, so again, you guys, check out louderthanwar.com. Follow Nigel, Nigel Carr UK on Instagram. Watch the video, stream the single, buy the single. The name of the single is "Come On England."
Come on, England.
You better believe it.
Believe it.
By My Beating Heart. And if
Yeah.
you just stick My Beating Heart, Come On England, you better believe it, into YouTube. You can see the video. Share the video all over the place, you guys.
Yeah.
It's a great song. The video's a lot of fun. And congratulations to you for putting it all together.
Yes, and I
Thank
have
you
a
very
message
much.
to your wife. And the message
Yes.
to your wife is,
You're going to make me
She's a-
blush again, aren't you?
she's a very lucky lady.
I'm
Tell her Ron Russell said, you're a very lucky lady.
going to play it. I'm going to play the video later when you've.
No, I
You
mean,
got
she
it.
could have married a bum. She could have married a creep. Right?
John
Anything
Robb
could
was
have
on in
happened.
June of
Absolutely right.
Look what- she married
June
a
2017.
musical genius who
It's very kind
has
of you
put
to say.
together a magazine that is probably one of the best magazines anybody that loves music wants to read.
Yeah, I think.
Are you all over the world? Yeah, your magazine
Yes,
is all over.
over.
Yeah,
You're
we're
in
a
every
.com.
country, right?
We have
You're in
quite a
every-
big readership in the US. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all
About
over the world.
25%. 25 to 30% come from the US.
Wow,
US
you're
is
big
growing
shit.
very
You're
strongly.
big shit.
Yeah, we've co-located. We have a CDN system, a content
Right.
distribution network. So we're co-located all around the world, in Australia, America, everywhere. So it
Good
makes
for
the site
you.
very quick.
Good for you, Nigel. Good
Yeah.
for you.
All right, so Nigel, good luck with everything. We want to wish you well. Have a great Christmas season.
Yes. Have a
And
happy
Happy
holiday.
Thanksgiving.
And thank you, and good luck Friday.
Thank you. Thank you so
And-
much, you two.
Hope to see you in Palm Springs one day.
Well,
Yeah, that
you
would
come
be-
to Manchester and I'll treat you.
We are coming to Manchester. We will.
I want to go to Italy soon, just that Jimmy doesn't have time to get away. We have 6 movies to make. If I have a moment, I'm going to fly to New York and then go to London, and
Yeah.
from London go to Genoa, and then
Yeah.
back.
Nice.
So,
All good, though. Nigel,
good
thank you
stuff.
so much.
Fabulous.
Okay,
Thanks so much for having me on, guys.
Bye.
loved it.
Congratulations.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you.
Yay.
What a
All
great
right,
guy.
everybody, great.
He is such a cool guy. And you know what? He really made that magazine happen because, it was a concept. And now it's the best magazine
10th. I think it's the 10th biggest one in the world.
in the world. I mean, this man is a VIP.
Again, you guys, that's louderthanwar.com. We're going to take a quick music break, you guys. Here's the Nicotine Dolls, What Makes You Sad.
Nicotine Dolls.
And then we will be
come
back
on.
with our next guest.
Well,
Should be
wait,
coming in
what kind
any
of
minute.
name is Nicotine Dolls?
I don't know. It's just a fucking
They
great
smoke
name.
and
No.
they sing.
This is anyway. This is like one of my favorite bands right now. You guys check out the Nicotine Dolls. What Makes You Sad?
Talk to me. She wants to know what's soft inside that's tearing me up into the pieces on the floor, you see. I don't have an answer for you now. Just go around to find a reason. Tell me what makes you sad. Tell me what makes you sad. You said tell me what makes you sad. Oh, tell me what makes you sad. Everything, every breath and step and word that's falling out of me, it's like a hammer to the knees of who I wanna be. Somebody who's easy to be around. My adjective is overwhelming. Tell me what makes you sad. Tell me what makes you sad. You said tell me what makes you sad. Oh, tell me what makes. I said, well, it's more than you know. It's more than you know. It's more than you know. Tell me what makes you sad. You said, tell me what makes you sad. Oh, tell me what makes. I said, well, it's more than you know. It's more than you know. Oh, it's more than you know. It's more than you. Tell me what makes you sad.
Hey, everybody, that was the Nicotine Dolls. Tell me what makes you sad.
Nicotine Dolls. I thought they would be girls, number one. And number two, why would anybody want the name nicotine? Nicotine is poison. It's no good for you.
I don't know, but I love them.
They
They're
should
probably
call-
my favorite band at the moment.
Well, they should just call themselves like the Romantics or something like that, because their music was very romantic.
Yeah, it was very good. And he actually they got famous for being on America's Got Talent.
I know that, but their name doesn't go with their music.
Oh, Mike Wagner joined us too. What's up, Mike Wagner? And we want to give a proper shout out to Diane McClure-Repetto, who's in the chat room. Diane, hope everything is good. It was great seeing you Saturday night. And
if you want delicious fudge, contact Diane.
candy, yes.
She has a company that makes the most delicious candy. Of course, I don't eat it anymore because I don't eat sugar, but I will remember always what it tastes like.
Absolutely. It's so much fun. Anyway, so our next guest should be coming in any minute. Until then, I'm going to send an email just to make sure. Oh, wait, she's here. So we've got
tomato.
her.
She's
the tomato.
I named her the tomato. It's a fun. And at the red carpet for Tommy Knockers, she looked at me. She said, "I'm the tomato." I said, "Of course, I know who you are."
I didn't know who she was.
I
was
know
like,
I know who the tomato was.
That's
years
hilarious.
ago in the 1940s and 50s, when you called a woman a tomato, she was like a hot, wild-looking, beautiful, like a Rita Hayworth or Hedy Lamarr or Marilyn Monroe would be considered tomatoes in the old days.
So we're going to bring her in. Come on, let's bring her in, Juan.
Bring in the tomato.
Hey!
Look at her. She's so outrageous. I can't stand her. Look at
Say
her.
something so we know we can hear you.
I have
you
a
look
kimono
fabulous.
on.
She has a kimono on.
She is so she is one of the most outrageous broads you ever meet. I love her. I love her. She's my new friend.
Welcome. Yay! All right. So first, let me introduce you. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, dancer, actress, costume designer, producer, and many, many more things. We have Jean Heathen, also known as Joanna Heckman, also known as Ziggy, also known as just one Click. Yay!
Rock and roll,
How are
baby.
you, Ron? So say hi to Ron.
And she's also
Hi, Ron. Mwah.
Look
at
she's
you,
also
boys.
Paul's girlfriend.
Oh, we don't know that.
Yeah, she's aren't you Paul's girlfriend?
They don't tell anybody. They're friends.
Just between us. Don't tell
Yeah,
them.
the 4.5 million
Wait,
people that
are
just
you
listen.
married?
No, they're not married.
No, are you married to someone else, and that's why you don't say Paul is your boyfriend?
No.
Your friend,
You have such beautiful teeth. They show up so nice here. They're just gorgeous. So we have a chat room full of people. So say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hey, everybody. All you beautiful people out there.
Oh, there's Paul. Paul, come say hi
is
real
that
quick.
Paul?
Paul, say hi real quick, and then we'll kick you out.
There
Hey!
you are.
Paul Gunn,
Look,
everybody.
look. You're going to tell me you're not lovers.
I'm her IT guy. I'm fixing her.
You're both
She didn't-
lovers.
He's the IT guy.
Now she can see all the
Oh,
chat.
look at the dog. Look at
Hi,
the dog.
everybody.
You have a pit bull. Hi, you guys. Nice seeing you again. Okay, see you later, Paul. Bye.
We want to only interview the tomato, not you. Beat it.
Oh, he'll be back.
He can come back. So I have Don Hinton in the chat room.
Donnie!
Yeah, he wanted me to make sure you say shout out, so that's good. There
Hey,
you go,
Don, thank you so much, girl. You rock. Woo, rock star.
I have to say, so many things so cool. So like, I didn't realize how many people like know you. Everybody knows you.
Everybody knows how you feel.
I put that shit up on Instagram, and like you got 10,000 likes on Instagram, you know, and I don't get 10,000 likes for people who are in like $100 million movies. I was like, holy shit. Everybody like knows you.
I've been around. I'm an old broad. I've been around a while, you know.
You look fabulous though, and I love the teeth, and I love the way you look Saturday night. Also, you were looking smoking hot on Saturday night.
You guys you had it going on.
No, it was fun. So you guys can follow. So how come your Instagram is under your other name?
Oh, geez, long story. Oh wow.
I'll just fuck it then. I'm just gonna tell people what it is. You don't have to tell us. So you guys, if you want to follow her on Instagram, it's at JO_Anna ANNA_Heckman HECKMAN. You should try to all that shit. Gene Heathen is awesome. It kind of like fits perfect.
Well, I got it from Bowie. See, for a while, I was out of commission from a really bad car wreck and couldn't walk for 3 years, broke 13 bones, 9 surgeries. Wow. Brutal. And so when I got back into the business in 2016, Bowie just always influenced me so much. So I took it from Gene Genie, let yourself, you know, his song Gene Genie and his Heathen tour. So Bowie.
Oh, that's funny. So Gene Heathen, got it.
So I started dressing as Ziggy Stardust, and
you look like an actress from the 1950s, and her name.
Well,
and her name was
like the 20s, 30s was my era. I think I should have been born.
No. Her name was Kay Kendall.
Oh,
she was married to Rex Harrison. She was an English actress. You know Kay Kendall? She was in Lay Girls. She had the big black hat and Lay Girls.
She said she grew up on all those movies.
Okay, so you know Kay Kendall.
Who are some of your favorite older, like Hollywood classic movie stars that you like a lot?
Okay, Greta Garbo.
He loves.
She came in. I have a story. I worked for La Jolie Femme, which was a hair salon in Sutton Place, very upscale, neighborhood Sutton Place. And my boss, Gloria Gelman, came in the back and said, "All of you people behave. Greta Garbo's coming in to have her bangs trimmed." Oh, no, truthfully. And if any of you make anything out of the way, you're going to get fired or killed. Well, Garbo was sitting in the front lounge for 1 minute waiting. The entire staff ran out and was screaming, "Garbo, Greta, Garbo." She got up and walked out. My boss had a fit. She said, "Do you realize we could have advertised that we cut Greta Garbo's bangs?" I said, "Yeah, it would have been better if one of us could have banged her. Then it would have been we banged Greta Garbo."
Well, she knew how to have fun.
Except she was gay. Garbo was gay, so no man could bang her.
Actually, though, how so? You were in a bad accident.
She was both,
No, Garbo was basically a lesbian. Yeah, the rest of it was just publicity.
She was known as the face.
No, she was a type. She dressed like a man half the time.
I do too. So, what are you gonna do?
You don't. Not anytime we've seen you yet so far. So you were in a bad accident, but you must have healed really well because you were wearing heels and stuff still.
Yeah. I figured, but if I'm going to go out in the world, I might as well go out with a bang and not just slowly die like I was doing with medical stuff. And right before the accident, the tough thing was I just got a part on Broadway with a show called Forbidden Hollywood, and I was going to move to New York, and then the car accident just wiped me out and said, "Nope, you're gonna." So you have to overcome obstacles in life as they come and deal with it. And
I'm so happy that you have rehabilitated and have such a good outlook, and you're able to do. Because I went down your IMDb. You got like 50 fucking movies that you're in, and
I haven't even listed half of them. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have time.
How serious was your injury?
Serious. She said she couldn't walk for 3 years.
Are you her? I'm asking her, Big Mouth, not you. I'm gonna put 2 fingers and knock his eyes out. Watch. You want to see eyeballs?
Did you hear what she said though before?
What'd she say?
She said I couldn't walk for 3 years.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
13 broken bones, 13 broken bones, 9 surgeries.
He's got an answer for you.
Because she told us.
This is her interview, not yours. Oh my God! What did I marry? Did I make a mistake? Loan me $3,000 so I could divorce this fruit. I got to go find me an older one with a brain.
Yeah. Oh, nobody's got a better brain.
I'm an older woman, but
So I have a question for you. Do you, because you're in a lot of horror movies, are horror movies kind of like something that you like a lot, or just happens to be that you get cast in a lot of horror movies?
well, it's the now thing that sells. So for distribution, that's why a lot of people make horror movies because they're cheaper to make and you can make a profit on them.
Yes.
So basically, that's it in a nutshell. So
what is your favorite horror movie? Do you have one?
I like the old Universal monsters like Dracula and Frankenstein. And
I do too. That's what I
do too.
like.
We like TCM and Turner Classic Movies.
Those
and we
are
get to see all
classic.
those.
oh my God, yes, yeah. I mean, I like my dad was into, it was like going to film school, the way my dad loved the old movies and I'm talking silent films all the way up.
Yeah.
So like Lon Chaney, he was known as the man of 1,000 faces, right?
That's right.
So my thing was I love to change my look up from, every project. So I want to be known as the woman of 1,001 faces.
So Ron, because Ron used to have a show called Set the Record Straight.
A television show, not a show.
A television show called Set the Record Straight, where he interviewed all the legends of Hollywood.
On real television.
Jane Russell was his best friend.
Jane Russell.
He knew,
Yeah.
he knew Elizabeth Taylor and he knew Betty Davis. He knew like all the people from the genre. Tab Hunter. What's the lady you sat on her knee?
Lauren Bacall.
Lauren Bacall. He knew all of them.
I love her. Oh my God.
Lauren Bacall was a doll. But yeah, my mother, as a young girl, used to be a silent movie actress. And my grandfather,
God, really?
Yeah, and my grandmother used to sneak her to the Astoria studios to do work. And my grandfather found out. He almost killed my grandmother. And he said, "Son tutte putane." All the actors, they're all whores. And you're not going to make a whore out of my daughter. And he stopped my mother from having a career in film. But my mother passed it on to me. She passed it on to me. All we did was talk film. Growing up, I knew all about Valentino, Norma Shearer, everybody. My mother educated me. So it worked because today, that's my career. I only talk about Hollywood of yesteryear. I teach people that there was a Hollywood before today.
Yeah.
Castro,
listen to him growling at you.
He wasn't growling; he was grunting.
Oh, yeah.
Because when Castro sleeps, he doesn't like to wake up.
So, wait, from the olden days, you have a movie that's like your go-to favorite, golden age Hollywood movie?
Oh wow!
Or one that you like a lot.
Anna Karenina.
Oh wow,
that's a very good.
Greta Garbo. Yeah, well, I mean, the original Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney, the silent movie. Oh my God, he would tape his nose up to look like a skull, and he really changed his look up, and that I take to heart because I do a lot of SFX makeup. I built a Bigfoot last year, and I really love to change other people's looks and my own to really transform. So people don't even recognize you. So that's a lot of fun for me. And I take it from, the people that really knew it in old Hollywood. And Lon Chaney had just this little tiny kit that he did all that with. It's amazing,
Did you know that Lon Chaney was deaf?
I didn't know he was totally deaf. Was he?
He was called clinically deaf. He could barely hear, and they didn't have the hearing aids then that they have today. They had a horn. Yeah. His son, Lon Chaney Jr., only did sign language.
Oh
with his
wow!
dad.
Yeah. He played the Wolfman. So.
Because I wrote down the actress, costume designer, producer. I used to do costume design for film. I told you that a little bit, and I used to make all one of a kind clothes.
You dressed some peoples that were.
I've dressed Elton John, and I did the costume design for Too Fast, Too Furious, and
he dressed Elton John. He dressed Madonna, but the most important person he undressed was me.
Yes, I undressed you. I dressed them. No, I used to have this really cool 3 stores in Fort Lauderdale, and like people would come shopping there, like all these famous people. And then I've dressed every major horror movie star: Robert Englund, Doug Bradley, like all
Ron-
the majors,
Ron
Serena
Russell,
Vincent,
Ron
Danielle
Russell,
Harris,
Ron Russell.
all the
Ron
majors.
Russell.
The
and
Ron
it's fun.
Russell.
Yes, the Ron Russell. But I think so. How long have you? So you've been doing this for a long time, because I read that you started dancing. I forgot 7 or 12 or something
Yeah,
really young.
7. Started with ballet and tap and jazz and ballroom, and I pretty much was trained in pretty much every form of dance. So when I would do choreography for dance shows and also do costumes for those too, I'd build entire ballroom gowns and Latin gowns. I put a lot of the various forms of dance into the shows, not just ballroom, but, a little bit of jazz or modern or African dancing or belly dancing, whatever it was. And it would look different than the normal. And I love that, because you just kind of put a little bit of everything, that you learn over the years into it, and it makes it its own unique beast. So I choreograph music videos. There's a couple new ones out. What I really like is this young kid, 30-year-old kid, whatever. He wanted to do this hip hop song with Argentine tango. So that's what we did, and some salsa, and it was very interesting because I hadn't seen anything quite like it. So
Is it out yet? Is it out?
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Tell us the name, and we'll tell everybody to go check it out.
Enjoy the ride.
Are you the joyride?
No.
just the dancer choreographer.
So where are you actually from originally?
Oh, well, I'm from the Midwest originally, a long time ago, and I'm actually from Nebraska. I'm related to Johnny Carson.
Are you really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I would have definitely said you're LA. I thought you were born in Hollywood. I would have picked that because
in
you're
my
so
heart.
you're so theatrical. You're so fabulous. That's what you're what gay men like. Gay men are very attracted to
I have
personality.
a lot of my dance partners were gay. Yeah,
because you have that wonderful ability to be up there. You're out
It's just
there.
fun too, though. You're like fun. Like
You're not a boring old lady in a house dress.
I'm the most fun.
they're asking if
You're a sexy tomato.
That's a tomato. They're asking if you live in Vegas. In the chat room, they're asking us. In the chat room, they're asking if you live in Las Vegas, but you don't. You live in LA, don't you?
I'm like half and half, pretty much. But
No, half and half, you guys.
More and more LA. I mean, I just filmed in San Francisco. I filmed in Puerto Rico last year. It's like wherever the work is, I go, and pretty much.
Puerto Rico was Bermuda Island, right?
Yeah.
We'll give some plugs. So you guys, you're going to be able to see her in Bermuda Island, starring Tom Sizemore, Sarah French, who's been on the show, Sherry Davis has been on the show, Alex Reinhardt's been on the show, Noel Guglielmi's been on the show, BJ Mezik's been on the show, and Mike Ferguson's been on the show. Love that. You were in Tommy Rockers. That's where we saw you this weekend. I want to tell everybody, because we had a really good time seeing the Mahal brothers. I think they do. Out of all the indie filmmakers that we all hang out with and everything, I think they're one of the best, of the filmmakers. Their films come out really, really good.
It was fun watching Tommy Knockers, especially Sherry Davis's Knockers.
Right.
Did you love how she was getting banged? Did you love how she was getting banged in that movie? I thought that was phenomenal. The way the camera was angled, you felt like you were screwing her. It was really done well.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. We all did.
Which we should give a shout out. Besides you, we had Richard Grieco, Tom Sizemore, Jessica Morris, Robert Lasardo, Robert Donovan. I think Robert Lasardo is the only one who we haven't ever met. We've never met Robert Lasardo.
Oh, he's so cool. You got to interview him. Yeah, he's my friend. He's really awesome.
I heard he's super cool. I've been a fan ever since. I mean, I know he's been around forever, but I loved him when he was on Nip Tuck. I don't know if you ever watched that TV show. Nip
Tuck.
I
did watch Nip Tuck. I love seeing them bring back some of the older stars. I'm like, oh yay!
He was so good on that one too. There was one he killed somebody. He feeds him to the alligators. I mean, he was just because everybody says he's super nice, but he's kind of like Mike Ferguson. You look at him and you don't know if he's going to be so nice, and then they have this big smile and they're really nice, but in a way you're afraid of him before you meet him.
He's very intelligent, and it's just amazing. Yeah, people have a certain look, and you expect him should I be a little afraid or should I? but then there's
Especially though when you see the roles. I mean, he always plays somebody who kills somebody or something. I mean, he's always killing people in movies and shit. So
Okay. Enough of the serious stuff. I mean, the silly stuff. Let's get to the serious
okay,
stuff.
what's the serious stuff?
How'd you meet Paul Gunn?
Oh shit!
Well, it was at a film mixer in 2018, and
Do you remember the
we
film?
were the film
it's just in
mixer is a film mixer.
Okay.
It was for Quantum Arc Media, so one of the production studios in Las Vegas, and we were friends ever since. And over the years, I was like his psychologist with his relationships. He'd ask me for advice, and I give him advice.
So at what point did you fall in love with him?
Well, we were singing karaoke one night.
They were singing karaoke one night.
That's cute. And when did he fall in love with you? When did Paul fall in love with you?
I have no idea.
Paul, when did you fall in love with her?
That's so funny. You're asking all the questions that they didn't want to answer the
Well,
last
I
time.
don't care. You know what? She's so easy to love. I mean, she's easy to love. I could see how Paul flipped over her. Paul's been around. He's had his share of women, and he really seems to be stuck with you. He really is
Stuck on you, not with you.
Stuck on you is what I meant.
Not stuck with you.
I wouldn't be shocked if one day we don't get an invitation and you say, "Come to our wedding." I wouldn't be shocked at all. You think maybe one day, possibly?
He's always been a very great friend, and he's super awesome, and he's well loved. Very talented. And he's in Bullet Train right now. Shout out for Paul again. He's in the #1 movie in the world right now. Whoop, whoop.
What's the #1 movie in the world?
Oh, Bullet Train.
Bullet Train. We didn't see that yet. We haven't seen it yet, but we've seen this clip though. Yes.
It's amazing. Oh my god, it's really good. Yeah,
it's a good movie. I will have to watch it then.
If Paul were gay, I got a million old queens out here that would kill for him.
Oh yeah.
And he's a sexy guy.
A lot of my gay friends too. Yeah, it's like
he's got a hot body. He works out. No, he's got a sexy body. As you know, I'm sure you've seen him naked several thousand times. I hope.
She's got a new movie too. You have a new movie out, Space Wars Quest. I don't know if it's out yet, but I know they had a premiere a couple weeks ago. Space Wars Quest for the Deep Star. Lots of fun people.
Aren't you going to ask me to take off my shirt like you did, Paul?
Yeah, take off your shirt.
I'll take off my kimono.
She's all theater. You could have done burlesque easy.
Yes, I love my burlesque peeps.
Yes. I know, I love it.
I guess that's about as far as I go.
Tell Paul to come back on camera.
You're Paul.
Paul, come back.
Paul, come back.
He's refusing to go on.
Okay, so go back to our movie.
Tell him to come on or I'll kick his ass when I see him.
Oh, that's going to happen. He'll drop you in a heartbeat. Anyway.
Paul, come on.
The people listening will have no idea what's going on, but anybody watching will be like, "Oh yes, yes, yes." No, let's go back. Come on. I want to promote some of her films. So Space Force just came out. Space Force, we just had the premiere. A lot of cool people. Tyler Gallant, Sarah French, Michael Pere, Olivier Gruner, Jed Rowan, Rachel Brooks.
It was so fantastic. Oh my god. Elise Mueller.
Everybody says it's really good too. Like
everybody. Station, amazing. And his son Hunter even edited part of it. And Anna Heath, his wife's in it. They are so amazing. I love them so much.
And it got really good reviewed. Like everybody, I was surprised how much everybody really said it was really good because sometimes they have these indie movies and people say they're good, but they really suck and they're not being real. But like that one, they're talking about they're being real.
Oh my god! Garrow, he worked for Lionsgate. Did trailers for them for 16 years, so he knows how to edit, and that is so important in a film. That the quick edits.
Oh, it's the most important.
The attention span these days. Really amazing. Great score, great actors to work with, and I love doing wardrobe. He let me have a lot of freedom, especially with my Space Barbarian.
I love it.
That's Bill the Space Barbarian. Who can say that, right?
How do you stay so thin?
Well, I still teach dance. I teach ballet to young girls, and
That's an
I still
exercise.
train ballroom. I mean, I was I taught at UNLV in Vegas, and I was a judge at the Dance Olympics because I have a national championship title when I was fairly young in ballroom. So I was always very goal oriented, competitive. They called me Vicious was my nickname when I was competing.
Vicious.
Oh, and also, and it's wild. I did actually dance in some drag queen shows, like because some of my dance partners were. Well, the one guy, Jeff, he looked like a 6'5" Jodie Foster. So,
like a what?
I was one of the
6'5"
dancers.
Jodie Foster. Yes.
They thought I was a drag queen too. It was like, I'm a girl. What are you talking about? I am too.
I think that's a lot of fun.
It's been so many fun experiences in life.
Have you done a lot of music videos? Have you been in a lot of music videos or choreographed a lot of music videos?
There's a couple of more recent ones. Yeah, the one I told you about. And then Joe Lujan, Chris Ivan, wonderful singer, and Joe Lujan's a wonderful director. So it was quite an experience. We wore like jail suits, and we're like the tough.
Actually,
tough people.
I've heard him sing. We worked with them in Clown Motel 2. Ron shot at Big Bear, and he was like he was the one running the camera for while we were there, Joe and Chris. And so I heard their song that they were getting ready. It was right before they were getting ready to release a single, and it was really good. And
this one's called "Focus on Me."
Okay,
so that's the two recent ones that I choreographed. So
you're in two of his movies, right? Because I wrote down the Immortal Wars and Arena Wars.
Oh yeah, Immortal Wars. Oh my God, I got to play a monster, this Impusa, the squid monster thing, and I love playing monsters because I can do all my weird dance contortion, contortion shit, and all that.
I know that's fun.
Yeah,
actually,
it is.
Which one were you in, the Immortal Wars or Arena Wars? Are you in both of them?
Both, actually. So Joe Lujan's Immortal Wars, number 5 is where, I play Impusa. I can't talk about the thing coming up, but I'm so excited. I'm playing the lead. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, good for you. Okay.
That's
Hey,
all I
take
can say
it.
about it. I can't say anything else.
Don't you hate that? I have a couple of films coming up, and I'm not allowed to say anything. And I think it's stupid because I believe in pre-publicity. Sell it before it's shot or out. Get people to wet their, get them want to see it. I don't get it. They think they're going to steal the story. Come on. You know how hard it is to get a $3 million film funded? So let them steal the story. They ain't getting funded so fast.
Right.
Am I right?
You have a couple of movies that you've done with a friend of ours, Eugenia Kuzmina.
Oh, I love you. She's gorgeous.
You have a movie, Mistletoe Massacre, which I love. He won't watch, slasher like Christmas movies, but it's got Todd Bridges, Ken Davician's a friend of ours, Eugenia's a friend, and Angel Salazar. They're all friends of ours.
Oh, Angel Salazar, he's so awesome. I got a lot of stories. I'll have to tell you those in private, though.
Yeah.
We love everybody. We have so many friends in the business. That's why this jerk that's running around saying that Jimmy and I don't like them is stupid. Somebody's running around telling all our friends, "Did you know Jimmy and Ron don't like you?" And it's not true. What kind of mental case is doing that?
You also did Pay to Die with James Duval and Ken Davician, and Eugenia's in that one. Douglas Tate, did you see him Saturday? He was there. At the end, I didn't see him till the very end. He's going to work in a movie.
Oh, damn.
And Kato Kalin was in it. Did you get to meet Kato Kalin?
Oh my God. I worked with Kato years ago in a series called The Watcher. Oh my God.
Oh.
It is right around that time of the trial and all that.
Oh my God, that's like wild.
I never met him, but I saw him.
They were awesome.
I saw him at a restaurant in Hollywood, West Hollywood. He was with a bunch of gay guys eating. Is he gay or straight, Kayla? I think he's gay.
Yes.
I don't know.
He is gay because
He's
he was
probably
with
gay.
he was with a bunch of guys.
Also,
Gay guys.
Diane, do you know Diane Repetto, McClure Repetto? She was talking. You do know her, and
Oh,
she's
yeah,
in the
yeah.
chat room. So say hi to Diane.
Did you ever have any of her chocolate?
Yeah, her chocolate is.
Did you ever
awesome.
have
She
any
makes
of
the
her?
best fudge.
Oh, I have
Oh, her
not.
candy. It's outrageous. She makes
Come
it
on,
with
Diane,
lovely.
cough it up.
Oh no, it's really delicious. I when I used to eat sugar, I ate her candy. It was gorgeous.
Oh.
Her fudge was the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
I always like to
yeah.
make dessert.
So you
I
worked
make
with
really
Richard.
good tiramisu.
You've worked with Richard Grieco and Robert Lasardo a bunch of times, and Robert
Oh, yeah.
Donovan. You guys have worked together like a lot. So here's a question I like to ask actresses. So, and it's like a bucket list question. So, no wrong answers. Male and female actor. If you could have worked with anybody in the world, male or female, living or dead, who would you like to work with? And then, if you could have been in any movie that's ever been made in history, what movie would you like to be in?
Well, I really would have loved to have worked with Rudolph Valentino.
Who?
Oh, Rudolph Valentino.
Oh, my mother's favorite.
Like literally, like he's got all these like pictures of Rudolph Valentino and
My mother. I have a huge collection that my mother did as a young girl. Of I have more pictures, 8x10s of Valentino. Enormous collection.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I gotta see those sometime.
I was raised on Valentino. My father used to be so jealous.
Didn't your mom take a piece of brick from his house or something?
We went to Villa Valentino up at Whitley Heights. They were knocking the house down, and my mother took a chunk of it and brought it back on the airplane. And
So she could have a piece of Valentino's house.
and they wanted
Oh
to
my
know.
God.
They wanted to know what that big piece of cement was and why was she carrying it. She said because it's a piece of Rudolph Valentino's house. So they just looked at her and smiled. We took off from Burbank Airport in those days, and it's a very treacherous when you take off because of the mountains. You have to go straight up. So I kept thinking to myself, I hope that big chunk of concrete's not going to weigh us down.
That's hilarious, though. Okay, that's the female one. Okay, male.
Well, that
Male actor you'd like to work with. Oh no, a male. So a female and a male actor you would like to have worked with, like on a bucket list.
Oh my God, there's so many amazing. Oh my God, there's so much talent, past and present, future. Oh my
Give
God.
me a past and a present. Give me a past and a present. And while you're doing that,
so Valentino past, present. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, I can't think of it. I mean, Brad Pitt's amazing.
Okay, now female. Give me a females.
Past, well, Greta Garbo, as you know.
Okay.
Some of the oh my God, there's so many amazing. Wow, present. Angelina Jolie.
Wow, that's a good one. Angelina Jolie grew up. It was friends with his daughter growing up.
I made her peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as a little kid.
Did you like Gia? That movie Gia, she's so freaking amazing. But my favorite Angelina Jolie movie, even though it's a cheesy kind of movie, but it's called Hackers. Have you ever seen Hackers? Like
No, I have not.
Hackers is like the greatest movie. That one and the one where like the teacher like assaults the girl and then all the girls like fucking like attack the teacher and then they all get in trouble. I forgot what that one was called.
And I'd like to say a word about Angelina Jolie. She is the nicest woman, the most generous woman. She's given millions of dollars to all the best causes. She's got a heart of gold.
No.
And when they say terrible things about her, it really upsets me. I think it's just jealousy.
Oh yeah. Haters.
She's a lovely.
Yeah, haters.
She's a lovely person.
Okay,
and everything on her is real. And her lips are real. Everything about her is real. Those lips are not pumped up. Those are her own. She had them as a 4-year-old kid. She had those lips.
So, okay, now a movie that you would like to have been in, any movie that's ever been made in history. What movie would you have liked to have been in if you could be in any movie that's ever done?
Oh my God. Gosh, I love the epic ones, and I'm just like drawing a blank now because being raised by the epic Hollywood golden era films and everything, like the Ten Commandments, or I mean Yul Brynner. That's another one that I would have loved to work with. Something like that.
What's the movie that I like with Cary Grant?
To Catch a Thief.
Soylent Green.
Oh, yeah, I like To Catch a Thief, but what's the one where the airplane's coming to get him? And they,
North by Northwest.
I like North by Northwest.
Oh, yes. Oh, the Hitchcock. Oh, my God. Yes, Hitchcock. I have the collection of the original Hitchcocks before they went Hollywood. And so it's like the raw stuff that,
if I had a wish to make a movie, it would be To Catch a Thief and play Cary Grant's part so I could get to kiss the beautiful Grace Kelly, who I was madly in love with. As a teenage boy, I dreamed of her. I fell in love with her when I was 16 years old.
Oh,
Grace Kelly was magnificent.
A lot of people did. I love the Hitchcock. Oh my God, the suspense, the thrillers. I love noir. I love the old noir films a lot.
We watch Noir Alley a lot.
Yeah, do you watch Turner Classics?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to make a noir film, a black and white noir film someday. Yeah.
Oh no, you'd be good in that too.
And I think we should all thank Robert Osborne for making Turner Classics.
Oh yes.
I knew Robert, and Robert was a sensational guy, very soft-spoken, elegant, sweet, kind man. I wish he was still with us.
Yeah, very eloquent. Oh, thank
very
you.
nice. He was I met him on 57th Street where he lived. I was freezing my ass off. The water came off the Hudson River, the wind in the wintertime, you could die. And we were bundled up, and I stopped him. I said, Robert Osborne. He stopped. He said, yes. I said, you don't know me. And I introduced myself, and we chatted. He said, well, come on. My dog.
Oh, bless you.
Anyway,
Padre Spiritu
he
Santo.
said, come on, we'll duck into this. He said, come on, we'll duck into this lobby of a building, and we'll chat for a minute. And I did. It's very kind, very nice. Astro, you need to be bathed.
We like all that. So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
You're freezing your ass off if you quit wearing those Speedos around town,
Yeah.
What's that?
She said you wouldn't be freezing your ass off if you wouldn't quit wearing those Speedos around town. That's fucking hilarious.
You've seen pictures of me in my Speedo?
Actually, the chat room is saying the chat room is saying happy Thanksgiving to you and Paul. Are you doing anything exciting?
Are you cooking?
Well, we're visiting his sister and her family. So
that's good.
Well, we're going to be at the Grammys. But listen, are you cooking a turkey tomorrow?
No, but I don't know. I was thinking about maybe making some tiramisu or something,
She's going to Paul's sister's house.
Oh, good. You're going to your future sister-in-law's house. Good.
Yeah. And I do love to cook when I get time. I just made some linguine and clams for a friend of ours. We're staying in LA. So.
Yeah, that's fun. I love it.
I love that.
So you guys, you can follow Gene Heathen on Instagram. It's at JO_Anna ANNA_Heckman HECKMAN. Some of the movies she's going to have coming out. Bermuda Island. Is Pay to Die already out? Diane says she's in that too. Pay to Die. Space Wars, Quest for the Deep Star. Immortal Wars is Decay's Paradox. Arena Wars is out. Camp Pleasant Lake. You guys just shot, and you're both in it, right? You guys are both in it.
I make it part of make it part of my contract that they have to hire Paul also and pay him his daily.
I know, that is genius. That's so genius.
Are you going to the Grammys with Paul?
Oh God, I would love to. Gosh,
we have a Grammy. We have a Grammy party that we get to. So I'll invite you to it once I get myself invited. I will. You guys can also. She's got Bloodthirst coming out. Night of the Tommyknockers is available Friday, I think. Bridge of the Doom, Attack of the Unknown is already out. Death Count, which we had a bunch of people from that on the show a couple months ago. So she's got a whole bunch of stuff coming out. We want to congratulate you on all your success. Mostly, I want to say that I really love your personality. There's nobody like you. You're so much fun.
You're full of energy.
You're full of energy. When people see you, they automatically get happy because you just bring that aura of happiness into the room. And we want to thank you for coming on the show and wish you guys both a happy Thanksgiving. And I'm sure we're going to see you soon.
Are you going? I think there's another red carpet coming up, isn't there?
I don't know.
There's a couple. There's always 3 a week.
are you going to go to Pat's red carpet?
Oh, that's on Texas Chainsaw Massacre documentary on the 10th. On the 10th.
The 10th of December.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's one, the 2nd, the 3rd. Okay, now the 10th. We got to write that down.
There you go.
Right.
Anyway,
So we'll see you there.
You're so awesome, and
Thank
so
you.
much. I'm so honored. Thank you.
We'll see you
Happy
soon.
Thanksgiving, honey.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Bye-bye.
Paul.
And everybody tuning in. Thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye. Bye, everybody. We'll see
Bye-bye.
you next week. See you. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Bye.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Come on in, Paul. Say goodbye real quick. You got like 8 seconds. Bye. See ya.
Happy Thanksgiving, Paul.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Can turn out to be so wrong.
Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.